was going to go get some
If you're ever put in this situation, shut up, because you're gonna end up like 6'9".
A little bit of time, right? And you're not doing too good at covering that up. Because guess what I'm gonna do? Guess.
What?
And guess what? I got video.
This is 19-year-old Diamond Salazar, 15-year-old Estavon Lucero, and 17-year-old Caprice Cecilia. And they are all sitting in the interrogation room thinking they will get away with murder, but they were far from wrong.
Pulled out his gun and said, "Bitch, give me all your shit."
This girl is retarded because she's given little details. You never want to get little details. You think you're talking your way out of it. You're never talking your way out of it, ever.
A few weeks
Ever.
ago,
The
a
only
21-year-old
way
Kayla
you should be
Montano was shot
talking
and killed in her car
is
whilst at a gas
if you're
station
saying
with her
under
fiancé
10
and
words total.
7-year-old
And those
child.
10 words
Detectives
should be, let me
retrieved
get a lawyer.
CCTV footage
This
showing
girl
a
thinks
group
she's
of teens
smart.
pulling
You're
up in a white
retarded. The
car
best
with
thing you
3
can
of
do
them
is shut
exiting
up.
the
These
vehicle
people are
armed
trained
and opening
to
fire
spit
at
out your
Kayla's
lies.
vehicle.
If there's one fucking little tiny lie in your entire story, you're fucked. But if you shut up, you never put yourself in a position. Why don't people shut up?
At first,
The less you, I know I'm talking shit right now, but the less you use your mouth in life, the better.
Whilst in the
No.
interrogation rooms, each teenager would say different things, most convinced that none of their accomplices would snitch. Yet that would be far from the truth, as one of them would crack under pressure and tell the truth of what happened that day.
I know who shot. Again, the video's there. It's bright. It was bright.
I'm just scared about all this.
I understand that. I understand you being scared, young baby.
So what this girl is trying to do, she's trying to set up a self-defense case. She's saying she got pistol whipped, so someone hit her with a pistol on the head. And she's trying to set this up as self-defense. So by saying she got pistol whipped, she's indirectly admitting to the crime she did.
Her house is like...
She's trying to build a self-defense case. That's what the detective thinks. This girl thinks she's smart, she's stupid.
Okay. What's your girlfriend's name?
Her name is, Her name is Diamond.
Diamond? Okay. Why was that difficult for you to say that?
Because I don't want to give y'all my girlfriend name.
I got you. Alright. We'll just keep it a Diamond for now. Is that cool? Okay. So you were at Diamond's house off of Comanche? You know more or less where off of Comanche?
No, I don't.
Okay.
She picked me up, and then her mom and her picked me up, and then I went to her house.
Okay.
This girl is so stupid. And her mom snitched on her. This is why you shut up. Even with your family members, don't tell them anything. This girl is retarded. Her mom snitched on her and told the detective she was going to get a gun. Now you're going to jail for murder because your own mother couldn't shut up. This is why you don't even tell your mother.
As tall as you.
This girl is so stupid. She just admitted to the murder. And she's trying... In the detective's head... Okay, what this girl thinks is happening is... I just said I got pistol whipped, so now they're gonna think I shot him for a good reason, whatever it may be. No. This is what the detective thinks. I got pistol whipped. So this girl's trying to build a self-defense case so she doesn't go to jail for murder. And her mother just ratted on her saying she was going to get a gun. This is why you shut up. This girl in 10 seconds just talked her way into life in prison.
I got married at a young age, and now for 30 years I'm still a little bit more stable, right? So girls sometimes can make us better. Sometimes they can make us worse, though, so you gotta be careful. You think this girl's gonna make you better or worse?
Better.
All right, good job. So I'll kind of tell you what I'm, investigating. Okay, I'm investigating the black car that you guys were in tonight. Okay, reference another incident that took place probably about a week ago now, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks on a Friday night. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No?
No, sir.
At all?
No.
Okay. It was about a shooting that took place at a gas station. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Okay. Look, Estavon, I don't want you to get in further any trouble, but you got to be honest. And now's the time to be honest with us.
I don't know anything.
Okay.
The detective started with Estavon since he was the youngest, thinking he would admit easier. They started by talking to Estavon about an unrelated car crash that happened, but that was just to gather some personal details easily. Yet once the detective mentioned the real reason he's there, Estavon denied knowing what he's talking about. When interviewing his girlfriend Diamond, they began talking about a different situation.
Your mom, I don't want to call her aunt because I know you kind of call her mom, had described some type of incident that had taken place. I guess it's been some time now.
Yeah.
You could tell me the time. So tell me about that.
Well, I was going to go get something, and when I went to go get it, I got robbed at gunpoint, and it wasn't really such a big thing. Just, I got pistol whipped a few times, and it was done after that. Nothing really serious happened.
So this girl just admitted look, I haven't even watched the video. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This girl just admitted to killing someone in a drug deal gone wrong. Telegrams is what the people who sell drugs use to have their chats not be seen. It's encrypted, so the chats can never be recovered. So what this girl just admitted is she committed murder when she was trying to buy drugs and it went wrong. She's so stupid. Why are you giving details? Keep your mouth shut. Say, I don't want to talk. That's it. Those are the only words you should say. Why can't people shut up? You could have got out of this, you idiot. You could have got away with 3 years in jail. Now you're going for life because you just admitted to everything. And this guy's so stupid.
Thank you for being honest. So you're gonna go get a gun. What kind of gun?
Let me tell you something. If they put you in that fucking room to question you, they don't have anything on you. If they need to put you in that fucking room to the detectives to question you, they have nothing on you. You should shut up. If they knew you did it for certain, you wouldn't be being questioned. You'd be locked in fucking solitary confinement. This girl's so stupid. She just admitted to it. If they knew you did it, you wouldn't be in that room. So if you're in that room...
So when you went to go get this gun, who were you communicating with? Or how were you supposed to... Who were you supposed to meet?
I was supposed to just meet some guy off of Facebook. He asked me to go there. He told me that to let him know when I was 5 minutes away that he would walk over there. Told him, okay, cool. Let him know when I was there. He walked up to the door. Before I got there, I actually had said, let me see my purse. I'm going to put the money in there. I have a bad feeling about this. I already have.
You said that?
Yeah, I said it. I have a bad feeling about this. So he walked up to the car, gave me the box. When he gave me the box, I went to go open it because he told me to look at it. And as soon as I opened it, he pulled out his gun and said, bitch, give me all your shit. And when he told me that, I looked at him and I started laughing because he was laughing and I thought he was kidding with me. And he was being serious. And then another male ran up on us and they started yelling at us. And we didn't give them anything. They just kept pistol whipping us. They took us around in the car for like about 20 minutes. Just driving around my area of my house.
So this guy tells you, before you get there, let me know when you're 5 minutes out.
Yeah.
So you guys how are you guys communicating? Facebook to Facebook, or how are you talking to him?
Telegram.
What the heck is Telegram?
It's a new app.
Oh shit.
This girl thinks shit's sweet. She thinks she's sounding cool, saying I know a lot about guns. I'm a cool gun owner. Motherfucker, you're getting set up to go to jail for life. This is not the time to look cool. This is the time to shut up or deny. Not, oh, I know a lot about guns. I'm a gun owner. Shut the fuck up. You're about to go to jail for life. This guy's trying to put you in a trap and you're falling for it.
Yes. I had a little bit more also, but I had the 650.
And you put that in your purse?
Yeah.
What kind of purse did you have?
It was a tan guest purse. They took it from me whenever everything happened.
Okay.
But they weren't able to take the money because I went down to go grab my purse because they asked for it. When they asked for it, I grabbed the money. I was really slick with that. I grabbed it and I tucked it up I was wearing pink sweats that day, so I tucked it up my sweats and.
So they didn't get the money?
No, they didn't get the money, but they did take my purse.
Okay, so you tucked the money in your pink sweats?
Yes.
The situation detectives first brought up to Diamond was what her mom reported to them as a robbery at gunpoint. Police started with this situation so that Diamond didn't feel any reason to deny that happened to her when they brought up the real reason she was there. The reason detectives started with this situation is because they believed this triggered the teens to arrange the shooting at the gas station, but none of the teens were yet aware of the detectives' plans.
So just like the little has a little.
Yeah, I said lock on it. Yeah.
Okay.
I know a lot about guns. So.
You do?
Yeah.
What you doing so much?
Now she's giving
well, I
names.
know
She just
how
snitched on her
I
friend.
like to look like-
First it was her
I
going to
like-
life in prison. Now her friend might go with her.
Yeah.
This is why if you're going to do a crime, I don't advise you do, but you pick who. You don't do it with a retard.
I was going to open it.
If you're around
I probably
stupid people, you're gonna
barely
become
even-
stupid
because
just
you have to
like
open
them.
the tabs.
This
Yeah.
bitch could have
I
shut her
barely
mouth, and
open
her
the
and her
tabs.
friend could have went to damn
Pulled it out.
Starbucks the next day. But now they're going to life in prison because she just snitched on them because she did a fucking murder after she got robbed. If you get robbed, okay, go get your shit back, but don't kill anyone. And if you do decide to kill someone, when they question you, you shut the fuck up about it. Not say names and say all this bullshit. Either you say, I don't want to talk, or I didn't do it. Not, I was with Caprice, I bought the gun, I'm a very cool gun owner. No, bitch, shut up.
What does that mean to you?
Trying to rob me?
Try to rob you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just try to rob you. So at that time, where was he standing at? Where was all this taking place?
So the
This
car
is
was
crazy,
facing
bro.
This way. The driver was right here, and I was right here. He walked up from this way, and
So he walked up like in front of you guys?
yeah, he walked up like everything was cool.
All right. So you mentioned a car.
Yeah.
So whose car? Who were you with?
I was with Caprice.
Who's Caprice to you?
She's supposed to be my best friend.
Oh my
Best
goodness.
friend, you said?
Oh my. This girl is so stupid. How? If you know you did something,
Whose car?
then why are you giving details? This girl is so dumb. She just landed her and all her friends in prison for life for murder because she couldn't shut up. If they have you in that room, they have nothing on you. They have hints. They have ideas. They don't have any hard evidence. And you just gave it to them by telling them the car you shot someone in.
As she just
Are
revealed
you
what her
dumb?
friend Caprice's car
And you
looked
can't
like.
go to.
And
This is
luckily
not
for the police,
self-defense.
it was the
This
exact
is
match
murder.
to the car
You
seen
just
in the
snitched
gas
on you and your
station
friend for
CCTV
murder.
footage. When they spoke to Caprice about her night with Diamond, her story matched up with what Diamond said. Yet the detectives could see she was more nervous than Estavon and Diamond.
They told me to drive off, and once I left the stoplight, they went into a car, and I didn't even see the car. They just jumped out of the back seat and took her purse and my phone and left into a car.
They took your friend's purse?
Yes, sir.
What color was that, you know?
Like tan, beige.
Okay. And then they took your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your cell phone, what kind of phone was it?
iPhone XR.
iPhone XR?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have that phone no more, it's gone.
I found it.
And this girl is stupid. She thinks she's giving innocent details.
Find my iPhone app.
She's telling them the color of the
Where'd you
purse,
find
the
it?
iPhone
It's
XR.
on Gibson.
These little things don't seem like
So
a
it's
grand
not
scheme,
Gibson
but this can be the
or else?
deciding factor whether you go to jail
That's all
for
it told me. It was
murder or you go to jail for hitting
Find it,
someone.
that's-
It can make that big
I
of a
had my
difference.
baby daddy get
Every little thing you say can fuck you in the eye.
Baby daddy. So do you have children?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, your auntie told me that. Sorry.
And American people are crazy, bro. Look at this detective. He's so nice. He's so
Caprice,
beautiful.
like the
Like,
rest
the way
of them,
he's talking,
wasn't
it's like,
aware
I
of the
love
real
you.
reason she was
Deep
there.
down, he's
She
trying to
thought it was
take
because
her
of the
life
robbery
away.
that happened.
American
So
people
she
are
didn't
evil.
expect what the
Where I'm
detectives
from,
were about to
you,
ask her.
You openly say it. You'll tell them, motherfucker, you killed someone. We're gonna try to put you in fucking jail. So talk. This American guy is crazy. He's acting all nice. Hey, how are you? Can you please? No, you're trying to ruin her life. At least be a man about it.
I hope to be a good one. It's
Okay.
just,
Do you have your mom? I mean, because I understand your auntie's kind of the guardian, I guess.
Yeah.
Where's your mom at? Or your, you said something about your dad.
some fiance.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you ever talk to her?
Not really.
No.
No.
Don't get along with her too much.
No.
Okay. So yeah, it's hard to be a mom. Obviously, it's hard to be a father or parent
Yeah.
to have children. And I think that's, have you given your child, is it a boy or girl? You don't know yet.
I haven't found out yet.
Okay. And you hear the situation that you were talking about. Now, the reason we were at your house this morning
Yes, sir.
is...
I got a question.
Oh,
real
yeah,
quick,
okay.
John. I guess to tell us what you think or why we're at your house.
I thought an incident had happened, at my neighborhood or anything, or I thought like my auntie did like let you guys know about what happened about like the robbing and everything.
Like she had called us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, and the reason why we were at your house was the little white car that you were talking about, and you said about 2 weeks ago. So I do have an incident with your white car at a gas station involved.
Oh my.
Okay, and I have video of your white car. The reason I'm able to tell it's your white car is because you have distinctive marks on your car in the front. It has like a, whatever happened in the front there, like it has like a scrape or something, like a scuff. It's like, instead of white, there's like a black
like
mark
that
about
black
this.
stuff.
Yeah. What was that?
Hit a curb.
You hit a curb?
Yeah.
How big was the curb? It's like this high.
I went to turn and I turned a little too much in.
Okay, I have girls and I understand that.
Yeah.
So I have a video that shows a car exactly matching that description with New Mexico chili plates with that black mark in the front bumper. Very specific at a gas station. Okay. Now, I am going to be honest with you, and I really, really, really would ask you to think for a second about your future. Okay, think about your future. Think about your child. You have you're pregnant 4 months.
They're trying to set her up right here. Don't answer. They don't know for sure. They're trying to get you to admit it. If you don't admit it, they can do nothing. If you tell them, yes, my car has a scrape in detail, there's a white spot missing at the front. Now they have a video of that same car with the scrape and you admitting to that car being yours and admitting of the scrape. Now that little detail could put you in, be the difference between you going to jail for murder or you getting out free because they couldn't prove it with you. Why are people so stupid? Don't do a crime if you're retarded. This is pissing me off.
Now, keeping all that in the back
Oh, and she admitted.
We're not here by coincidence. Like I said, I have a
She admitted to it, and the detective is laughing about it like it's a joke, and it's making her so comfortable. She laughed too. This is gonna put you in jail for the rest of your life. That you just admitted to a car that you killed someone in, and you admitted to that car being yours, and you're laughing. How can people be so dumb?
Probably diamond. You're waiting there, and you park up by a gas pump, and you're waiting there. Now there is 2 guys that approach you guys. You're right in that sense. What I need from you going forward is the truth. Because I have absolute video, and how I know it's you, and this, I 100% know it's the vehicle. Okay. Now, with your distinctive hair, I guess I've been told that it's called ombre. I don't know if that's what you call it.
It's called, yeah.
Is that what it's
They're
called?
about to apply pressure on her.
Top, gold tips or blonde tips. Okay. When I look at the video, the driver has hair just like you. Height, everything matches. There is no guys getting in with guns behind your seat. Guys are actually talking to you guys freely. The passenger of the vehicle, okay? And this is how much I know. I'm telling you this because
this girl's retarded. She's not smart at all.
The passenger of the vehicle.
She was smart. She would shut up. She wouldn't say anything.
And I can tell you what they're wearing. One guy's wearing a yellow hoodie, and he's agitated. He's mad, and he sounds like he's mad at you. And I don't know if you guys are dating, but there's conversation being taken place, like you guys are in a relationship. Remember, you're at a gas station. There's other people around,
and cameras all over the place.
So
what she doesn't realize, what this girl doesn't realize, she already admitted to everything. Now the detective just needs definitive proof. Before any pressure was even put on or any details were revealed, through a normal conversation about stupidity, this girl already admitted to everything. Now the detective is trying to just get solid evidence. She already admitted to everything, her and her friend. She's about to admit more. She's too deep. This is why even the innocent should be quiet.
Down for everything that happened, or you're gonna help with figuring out who exactly. I know who shot. Again, the video's there. It's bright. It was bright.
By the way, I do not advocate for crimes at all. Don't do any crimes. I don't do any.
I'm just scared about all this. I'm sorry.
I understand that. I understand you being scared, young lady. I'm scared for you, honestly. Know these things.
The second the detectives mentioned the gas station shooting, Caprice immediately broke down in tears. Yet you couldn't say the same for Estavon.
You know, I've been doing this for a little bit of time, right? And you're not doing too good at covering that up. Okay? So, I know you know information about what happened.
No, I don't have information about that.
Okay. Were you at the shooting when it happened?
No.
Okay. Were you responsible for any part of the shooting when it took place? Because guess what I'm going to do? Guess.
What?
I'm going to investigate.
Okay.
Right? Because that's what I get paid to do. That's what I love to do. Okay? I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to talk to a lot of different people. I've already been talking to a lot of people. And guess what? I got video of everything that took place. Okay? So when we stop vehicles and there's no coincidence that on a traffic accident, usually you would just go home with your mom or with somebody that you know. Why would you guys get transported here to the main station to talk to a detective? Right? This is a serious crime, shooting. Okay? So, with understanding a little bit more that it's a shooting and it's a serious crime, there was people that got hurt, okay? I need you to be honest, because what I'm going to do, one of the parts that I investigate is I'm going to look at your phone. And your phone is going to tell me where you've been. Right? Because every time we open up our phone and we do things on our phone, it has a location.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
The only time it's worth, I would never, it's not a good idea to talk ever. The only time it's worth talking
Where were you at?
is, okay, they might offer her a plea deal saying if you say this, you do this, we will give you a lighter sentence. And they're not lying. That is true. They would give her a lighter sentence if she talked. But if she never, if she's already in the hole, she could get a lighter sentence for talking. But if she shut up from the beginning, a plea deal is never worth it. Never worth it. If you ride it through and you stay solid the whole way, you can get out in 2 years instead of 20. If a plea deal is never worth it, ever. It's better to shut up.
It was the 25th for the exact date, March 25th.
No.
You were at home? Okay.
I didn't go to school that day.
You didn't go to school?
No,
Why didn't you go to school?
I didn't feel good.
Okay.
My throat hurt.
All right. You know what, Estavon?
The pressure gets put on. People can't handle it.
Give me a reason not to believe you. All right?
All right.
All right. And I'm going to believe this part because I believe this is true. Okay? I'm going to ask you some more questions because I think there's some information that you do know that I want to ask.
Let's see if this guy stays solid.
You can share with me the honest truth, okay? So you didn't go to school. Who calls in when you don't go to school?
They usually don't call him.
This guy is smarter than the other girl. But I bet you he's gonna crack. If he stays with this, he's a genius. Let's see if he stays with it.
So if I check with Freedom High School, they're gonna show that you weren't in school.
Even, okay, that no can fuck him over. That no can mess him up. It would be better to say nothing. Now he just gave them something they can use against him. He said, no, I wasn't at the shooting. If there's a camera of him at the gas station, that's jail for murder. As opposed to, were you at the shooting? If he said, I'm not gonna answer that. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. They can't disprove or prove anything. They have nothing to work with. Now he gave them something to work with.
What happens if he tells me something different?
I don't know.
What do you know?
What happens if it tells you something different?
Then it tells me that you were lying to me, right?
Okay.
Okay. You know, but that's not okay. Do you want to lie to the police? This is a serious investigation. You're either going to help yourself out by being honest, or you're going to dig yourself further in the hole by lying. I'm going to turn the page. Okay? When I turn this page, that means we start again. Fresh. Okay? That means you be honest. Tell me what you know.
Well, that's what I know. I told you the truth.
Estavon thought that denying everything would be all he had to do to not get blamed for the gas station shooting, but the cops already had footage, witness statements, phone tracking, and were about to get a confession.
Let me tell you something. I know this sounds crazy, but if they're pressing you and they're trying to get something out of you, and they have questions and they're investigating, you're in a good spot. You're in a great spot. Because if they're asking you questions, it means you're okay. They have nothing. If they're asking you questions, be happy and shut up.
From no commentary to just interrogation, because I know some of you guys hate that. But that's not the end. We really enjoy what we are building. So
yeah, they're gonna fuck him with the phone, but it's still better to shut up.
First-hand access to anything we post and all uncensored footage and images. And some of the things are truly horrifying.
Damn.
Start me from the top. Tell me the reason why you guys were there.
We were there actually because of that incident.
Why is he answering questions? Don't say I was at home. Say I don't want to talk. Now if they can prove he wasn't home that day, he's fucked. He thinks he's lying his way out of it. No, you're giving them something to work with. The less they have to work with, the better it is for you. Even denying something can fuck you. Don't deny, just shut up.
Now, if that's the truth,
Oh, now he said who he's with. Now they're gonna go press his little brother and his mom, and they're... Dude, the more variables, the more liabilities you have. Don't say anything. He just added more variables.
I can check that out, okay? Which could verify if you're telling me the truth, okay? So you're saying this still happened?
Yes, sir.
100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on the gas station though, but that did happen.
Okay, you don't know which gas station it happened at?
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that.
I don't know. You should have said I don't know from the start. Now you already gave a statement.
Then tell me the gas station that you entered.
Let me give you some advice. The best question the best statement you can ever make, I know it sounds crazy, is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know is way better than yes. It's way better than no. It's way better than the explanation. I don't know. That one word will save you a lot of mental of your
Tell
brain.
me what happened.
We were just meeting the people that we were with, the guys that came just to talk to them about the situation. We weren't aware of anything happening. We didn't know that anything was gonna happen. We were just there to talk. Yeah, he was mad. He wasn't mad at me. It was my friend. It was his girlfriend. And it was all just about like us being like by ourselves and everything. And my friend had, I guess, the car that she had remembered that had came up. She remembered them from like, I guess.
This detective is good because if I was him, I wouldn't think to ask that question. Who calls in? I wouldn't think to ask that. This guy is good. Be careful. Just shut up around him. Because I wouldn't even think to ask that. And that little detail can make a big difference.
Honestly, I just heard shots and that's it. I just stayed in the car.
Well, how many shots did you get?
Even ones I can count on my hand.
A lot.
Yes.
That's pretty much your participation.
Yeah.
I see you jump in there. I believe that you're trying to hide.
No.
You're scared.
I mean, I have no reason to lie to you. You already have information on me. There'd be no reason for me to lie.
Now, let's continue with the truth. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's Diamond's last name?
Salazar.
Diamond Salazar. How old is she?
She's 19.
Caprice admitted that she was in the car when the shooting occurred, and both Diamond and Estavon were present. She also admitted that the shooting attack happened because of the robbery earlier. But here's the thing. Kayla Montano, the woman they shot and killed, had nothing to do with the robbery earlier, meaning they killed an innocent person for no reason at all. But apparently, That didn't bother Diamond.
So, young lady, I need you to be honest with me, okay? All right, because I know of another incident that took place after this that you were involved with, okay? So we can either go where you deny it all, or you can be honest and tell me your side of the story.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know at all?
No.
Okay. Even though I have you on video?
No.
No? Were you ever at the Maverick gas station?
No, sir.
Off of Comanche?
No, sir.
No? Not at all?
Fuck this.
Giving you an opportunity here. I wanted to talk to you about that. Okay, because I know what happens, and I know you didn't shoot.
If you ever do a crime,
So
stay as far away from this girl as you can, because this girl's the one who fucked them all over. Stay away from her. Even if you don't do a crime, don't be
I
around.
wouldn't just be making this stuff up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you meet up with anybody else at that Maverick?
I was never at that Maverick.
Do you have a boyfriend named Estavon?
No.
Can I talk to Estavon?
Talk to everybody.
Except for Diamond.
Except for that.
No?
I don't know them.
No? You're going to deny it. Because it's going to look a lot worse later when I get information that you were there, confirming that you were there.
I don't know.
I already know you were there on video. Okay. Now it's going to look worse when I get other information that shows you there. Even though I don't have your phone, okay? I know you're giving me the wrong phone number. I already know that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
How old are you, Diamond?
I'm 19.
Man.
Don't dig yourself deeper into this hole.
No, I just
This
fell.
is an opportunity that I give
Okay.
people a chance.
I fell, so let me say something. Man, if you're gonna snitch, don't say names. Snitch on yourself.
Okay.
I would never advise to snitch. I'd advise to shut up. But
But I
if you
need to
do,
know
don't
the
say
truth. I
any
need to
names.
know it from your perspective.
So weak. Stay away from this girl, bro.
Okay. So Estavon was lying that you and him were in a relationship.
Stop giving details. Now she's fucked. Now talk all you want. You're already going to jail.
Okay.
You talk too
Well, you
much.
guys in a relationship. Let's start off with that.
Now there's no saving him.
I can see that it's bothering you.
I don't know what you guys are talking about though.
You know exactly what I'm talking
Actually,
about.
if the detective is still there with you, there's still more you can do.
I don't know
Like,
anything
so be
about it.
careful.
Okay. That has to
You're
be
you're not completely
Has
fucked
to
until there's no one in that room with you anymore, until you're by
yellow
yourself.
hoodie.
If the detective
You can
is
see
still
why
talking to
Diamond
you,
and
there's
Estavon
more
were
you can
dating.
say, so be
They
quiet.
genuinely seemed to
She
believe
should have
that
been
if they
quiet from
just
the
denied
start.
everything
It's
long
never
enough,
too late. She could
despite
still
the
be quiet
mountain
right
of
now.
evidence, the surveillance footage, and Caprice's confession, the charges would simply evaporate. Bold strategy. Tragically, it wouldn't work.
So you're telling me, let me make sure. So you're at home.
This is crazy, bro.
Maverick gas station on Comanche in the freeway.
No, sir.
Okay. Were you around the shooting that night?
No, sir.
Were you with Estavon that night?
No, sir.
Were you with Estavon ever at a gas station like Maverick?
No, sir.
At any given night, any other night?
No.
I have witnesses, I have all these things happening. You're trying to calm them down. You're saying, sorry, babe, sorry. Any of that sound right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? All right. Because this is a time,
Oh my God.
you know what I mean? I have to do a lot more investigation.
This girl thinks that she's gonna be let off the hook. No, you're not. You were a getaway driver to a murder. She thinks she can shut up and her baby are going free. There's no more going free. If you wanted to go free, you should have done that 29 minutes ago when the video started. You should have shut up from the beginning. Now you're going to jail because you were an asset to a murder.
My mom and my
Oh my
niece.
goodness.
And my nieces.
You have to start considering that. Okay? Because you can be a witness in this and you can tell me what happened, or you can be part of this whole fiasco. You can be a witness and tell me, yeah, I didn't tell Estavon to shoot. I didn't tell Ty to shoot.
what you talking about.
Okay. Or you could be what you're doing right now. And then, have you ever heard of conspiracy?
I've been charged with conspiracy before.
What kind of charge?
I got aggravated assault, deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit a third-degree felony crime. Or a fourth, I can't remember. But it wasn't my fault, I was just in the car.
Okay.
They let me go. My case is clear.
Okay. So, similar to that. Okay, but if you're telling me you weren't there and you don't know any of this stuff that I have brought out to you, you're telling me those things. And I find out something different. That's going to make it seem really, really bad. Because I already know you're there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Estavon Lucero, your boyfriend.
You see, this is crazy. This girl was trying to set herself up for self-defense, or she was getting back at a robbery. Even if she was getting back at a robbery, that's not self-defense, it's murder. And now that what she was trying to set up from earlier is completely gone because she killed an innocent lady, unrelated to anything.
These teens
So don't
made the
try to set
decision
up
to look
anything.
hard
Just be quiet.
and
If
not
there's one thing
snitch.
you could,
But
there's
in
2 words
reality,
in this video that
that
you
would
should
end
take
up with
away.
them serving
I
a
don't know,
sentence
and
10
I'm gonna
times
shut
more
up.
serious than what they would have originally. Diamond and Estavon thought they were giving Bonnie and Clyde, but it came out more Dumb and Dumber. So they let the power couple go, as they already had
Hey,
Caprice in
good
the next
shit.
room, giving them all the
That's
info they
good,
needed.
smart.
This other incident happens. Where you being 100% honest about that?
So,
Where they pistol whipped you and hit you behind the head?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Now she gave a
Call
statement. She
police.
said no. Why did you say no? Just say I don't know. If you're gonna be in the room, the only word that should come out of your mouth is I don't know.
At that point, how did
It's
they
better to not be in the room
communicate with
if
who
you
to
have
tell
that
to
right.
meet at that Maverick?
It was the boys, or like the boys, or either my friend told them to just meet so we could talk
So
about what happened.
Diamond communicated with them to say meet up there?
I believe so, yeah.
What was Estavon wearing that night?
Thank you.
Maybe.
So he's on the yellow hoodie? So Diamond and Estavon are boyfriend and girlfriend? Okay. And you don't know for how long?
No.
She already talked from earlier. You see how they get you? Now the I don't know won't work because she talked earlier. She thought she was talking about something unrelated, but she was still giving answers. It's either I don't know from the start or I don't want to talk anymore. Now it's too late. She admitted about the car and everything.
4 minutes? 4 or 5 minutes
We were
before?
just talking to them about what happened.
Okay, telling them the story
Yeah.
about this situation about being pistol whipped.
Yeah.
Okay. But you guys don't. What do you remember about the vehicle that did this? You said a tan or blue vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of vehicle was it?
It looked like an SUV type.
Okay. So you guys were just discussing the situation there.
The detective is an idiot. He slipped up. He had her. He was pressuring her and he said something wrong. He said, when I get information. So he just told her he doesn't have it. And that's what I told you from earlier.
So then tell me what happened. Is it just kind of...
We were all talking, and and he notices, I guess, the car. I guess she had noticed it or something, and she noticed the car, and when she said that, all I just did was help into the other car. And then that's just when I heard shots.
Did you see that vehicle that pulled up?
No, sir. I went into the other car right when I heard her say.
What made you get out of the vehicle?
Because they were fighting.
Who was fighting?
Because I already know that they put on news there was altercation between a man and a woman. It was
This girl is
Estavon
stupid.
and Diamond.
She lied earlier and she came back on her lie. This is the stupidest one of all, actually. Let me tell you why. Because she thinks she's being smart.
Did you ever touch a gun?
No,
Did you
sir.
ever handle a gun?
Have I ever handled a gun?
Did you handle a gun that night?
Oh, no, sir.
Like afterwards or before?
No.
No?
Caprice spilled everything, alongside other witness statements and evidence. The cops had enough. In Kayla Montano's shooting case, Diamond Salazar pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault, and was sentenced in October 2024 to 19 years in prison, with 85% required to be served. Estavon Lucero, who was 15 at the time, pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to 22 years in prison, also requiring him to serve 85% of his sentence. Caprice Cecilia was initially charged, including with first-degree murder, but the charges against her were later dismissed, and she was not sentenced in the case.
So the one who talked got away with nothing? I don't know how the fuck that happened. Maybe she didn't do anything. Damn, bro. These videos are trying to give you guys propaganda to talk. That's crazy. I don't know what to say. That's why this guy's channel is propaganda. To get people to fold. I don't know. Man, I'm going to stick to what I said earlier. Don't talk. It's better for you.